Okay, this was played yesterday. We'll get to this position. This is Alireza Gukesh. Okay, so it was a London, and white was slightly better. Then Alireza messed it up and was worse. And he's still worse, but it's complicated. And black made a mistake shortly before this. Okay, in this position, the engine likes what black did. Gukesh sacrificed his knight. And it says e takes d5 is equal. So king takes, rook takes. So black has 3 pawns for a piece, and the d4 knight is incredibly pinned. And it can be attacked by this rook and by this bishop. The king's on f2. The knight's pinned to the bishop. I mean, like, this looks pretty good for black. Okay, white played the only move that doesn't lose, rook e4. And here, the engine says black is better by playing a5, but nobody's going to play a5. He played the human move, rook a d8. And this position, white has one move that doesn't lose, and he played it, bishop e3. Now, during the live analysis with Leko and Naroditsky and Hess and Fischer and Steinitz and all those guys, they were thinking, let's analyze bishop g5. And then after takes, it looks like white resigns. White's knight is pinned, it's 2 ways. Okay, and according to Leko, he believes, I don't know if it's true, that the reason Gukesh did all of this is he saw this position and thought it was winning, and then realized at the last second, queen b3 is okay. Queen b3 is the only move, but it's okay. And if you take this, my rook defends my queen with an x-ray. So then white's winning. And so this is playable. Okay, so instead of bishop g5, Gukesh played bishop c5. White has the same defense. It's the only move, queen b3. And now the engine says this ending should be a draw. And the GMs, assembled GMs who were doing commentary, they thought this was very risky for black because, white has an extra piece. And the engine says it's a draw. And what's funny is he lost in 7 moves. Black did. A5 is the best move. Rook c7. A4 is the best move. Knight c5. And in this position, which the engine says is equal, black lost in 5 moves. Truth hurts. And the best move is b5. He played the second best move, which also draws, rook a8. Knight d7 is the best move. And in this position, white sort of wants to play knight b6, but it doesn't win material because of rook d2 check. So black thought, I can do what I want. And what black should do is either play b5 or rook d2 check, and the engine still says it's a draw. But Gukesh played king h7, which is actually losing. And white played the best move, rook to f3, and this was one of the reasons white played knight d7, not necessarily to play knight b6, but to stop rook f8. So if I take this, then white has a serious attack. And in this position, if both sides play perfectly, white is still winning. And black lost quickly because he was in time trouble. You can see it says he has 23 seconds. Played a3. What's funny is white has one move that wins, otherwise white's worse or losing. Rook takes f7. And now, if you play a2, which he didn't play, I check, rook takes, and I have unstoppable mate here. So you can queen, but you get mated. So after rook takes f7, he played king h8, and white played the best move, knight f8, and now black's getting checkmated. Knight g6 check and take is coming. If you sacrifice the exchange, white can just win because white's a rook up, but it's still checkmate. You still can't avoid mate. g6, the rook goes back mate, and this is mate. So after knight f8, there's nothing to do. Played a2, knight g6 check, and then most reports said that he lost on time here, but he resigned. I saw him resign. And it's mate next move. So king g8 or king h7, it's mate. So the game turned around very quickly in time trouble. Gukesh was much better in the middle game, maybe winning, but much better. Then white defended perfectly against the knight sacrificed and equalized, and then in time trouble, Gukesh fell apart and lost. So that's Alireza's only win of the event. Was, sort of lucky. Sort of. I mean, saying that he lost on time doesn't explain that he was getting checkmated next move and that didn't matter. If you just say he lost on time, people might think he lost on time, but he wasn't going to lose anyway when it's mate and one. So you should just say he resigned. Even if he did lose on time, it's better to say that he got mated and resigned, because otherwise people are confused. Oh, Gukesh lost on time. Darn, if he didn't lose on time, he would have won or drawn. No. Yeah, he disconnected. And the last 10 moves of the game, Firoujza played really well. Better than the rest of the game. When Firoujza had lots of time, his play was iffy. But when he had no time, he played great.